So I'm just wondering if you had any observations about what's behind the Joe Rogan effect, how you believe he's managed to so successfully capture this huge market. And then for us here in Australia, you know, how would or should the ABC be going about capturing that kind of audience?
Look, I'm not sure that I'm the right person to respond to that question. I am not a consumer or enthusiast about Mr. Rogan and his work.
Shocking.
I am not one of the 3 billion, and I'm unlikely to be 3 billion and one anytime soon. I think people like Mr. Rogan prey on people's vulnerabilities. They prey on fear. They prey on anxiety. They prey on all of the elements that contribute to uncertainty in society, and they entrepreneur fantasy outcomes and conspiracy outcomes as being a normal part of social narrative. I personally find it deeply repulsive, and to think that someone has such remarkable power in the United States is something that I look at in disbelief. I'm also absolutely in dismay that this can be a source of public entertainment when it's really treating the public as plunder for purposes that are really quite malevolent.
Wow. So that was ABC Chairman Kim Williams' statement about Mr. Rogan and his show, accusing Mr. Joe Rogan of preying on people's vulnerabilities. And luckily, Joe Rogan and Elon Musk hit back at him after this repulsive attack. So let's hear exactly what Elon Musk has to say. I find it kind of interesting to hear what he has to say about this accusation.
That's right. Joe Rogan reposted a clip of those comments by the ABC chair. He made a pretty brief comment on that post. He just said, LOL, what? But then Elon Musk picked up on Joe Rogan's post, reposting again. And Elon Musk on his social media platform X said, from the head of the government-funded media, they're Pravda. So essentially Elon Musk comparing the ABC to state-controlled media. Pravda was the paper of the Communist Party during the Soviet era. Is still a paper of the Communist Party in Russia. Now, of course, a couple of things for context. There has been some to and fro between Elon Musk and the Australian government, most recently because of efforts to crack down on misinformation and to restrict the use of social media by young people. Earlier in the year, Elon Musk was unhappy about attempts to remove footage of a Sydney stabbing. So a bit of bad blood there. And in terms of the wider context here in the US, as indeed was the context of that question put to Kim Williams at the press club, there is a discussion ongoing among the Democratic Party as to whether Kamala Harris should have gone on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Probably.
And whether platforms like that, non-traditional media podcasts that are attracting, in particular in that case, a lot of young men, are something that the Democrats should be trying better to reach out to. Donald Trump went on the Joe Rogan podcast in the final days of campaigning. Kamala Harris's team and Joe Rogan talked about her potentially going on the show, but she didn't do it. So Kim Williams, with those fiercely critical comments about Joe Rogan and his podcast, despite saying that he didn't actually listen to it, was responding in that context of what media should be doing, media like the ABC, in a time when shows like Joe Rogan are getting so many followers and are attracting very heavily certain segments of the population.
Yeah, so that makes sense. ABC is basically not happy at all that Joe Rogan and Elon Musk are having a lot of influence online and that people are turning to new media instead of traditional media to get their information. And here's a statement of Joe Rogan. after this clip. Lo what responded Joe Rogan. So basically someone say, I don't watch Joe Rogan now, let me spread the most wild lies imaginable about his content. Yeah, he basically made a huge assumption here, Kim Williams, about Joe Rogan and the content that he posts without any kind of fact or proof. Do you agree that ABC should be defended? Yes. Someone else said, who else thinks ABC News should be boycotted into oblivion? And ABC boss Kim Williams claims Joe Rogan plays on people's vulnerabilities and that he is plundering the public for malevolent ends. Actually, Kim is describing the ABC, right? People on X are not happy about ABC and this statement about Joe Rogan. He's jealous of Joe Rogan's audience. Yeah, I basically think that it was actually a bad take here from the chairman of ABC. He's not happy that he is losing audience to new media and podcaster like Joe Rogan. And Elon Musk is here for it to help Joe Rogan and his influence online. I think it's gonna go that route. And if people want to have more influence, get in front a lot more people in the coming years, they are gonna have to deal with new media and forget about traditional media at all. I think traditional media is in big trouble if they don't make a smart move over the coming years. They are gonna be obsolete, just like radio is becoming obsolete in the face of television, and like television was becoming obsolete in the face of internet. So I hope you enjoyed this video with me today, guys. I hope you learned something new. Thank you for watching. Click right here to watch the next video, and I will see you there. Bye bye.